Hi everybody, Maria here. Jamming out to some jazz on this Sunday. Looking forward to a great week. It is hot here in Denver. Ugh. So I have an inkling, still too loud, sorry about that. And I have the windows open so you might hear some residual horns or kids or dogs or whatever. You know me, whatever happens in a reading is part of the reading. If you like this vibe, hit the subscribe button and of course the notification bell so you are notified when I upload new content. I also encourage, if you like a reading, go ahead and email me at fourthdimensiontarot@gmail.com, or more information is in the subscription box below. So right now I am reading for the sign of Cancer. Tell me what's going on in the month of October for my Cancer peeps, my fellow Cancerians. What's going on with Cancer's world? Whoa. Okay. Cancer. Now I'm pulling from the Heart's Hidden Secrets. Tell me about Cancer. What's Cancer dealing with in the month of October? Tell me about Cancer. Tell me about Cancer. I saw that card fly out first time. And then it went back in the deck. Oof. Cancer, 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 Cancer. Marsha. Tell me about Cancer. Cancer, what the hell are you going through? Jeez. Okay. Lastly, from Cosmic Insights. There it is. That's what I was feeling. So you're ending cycles. Good for you. You, I feel, are going through an upgrade for sure. And I feel like, or you got done with one, a spiritual awakening, elevation. You went through a painful ending. Let's start there. The painful ending put you in a space of retrospect. And it's almost like the divine interceded. I feel like every day you're waking up to new truths about yourself that you didn't know and new gifts you didn't have yesterday. I feel like you're at peace. Nothing can disturb your peace. That's kind of how I feel. You're just not dealing with it. Give it time. So, and I have patience. I'm going to leave that one out. Overall energy. Overall energy of the read is patience. If you're dealing with a narcissist. You also have the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. So you're not tolerating anything that has to do with third-party energy. And your heart is still in a fog. You're healing from this. And right behind that, hidden, is only you. So, Cancer, let's talk. Let's talk, Cancers. You're going through a little bit of bittersweet changes. I feel like whoever I'm reading for, you found a peace within you, okay? And nothing, and I mean nothing, is going to disturb that peace at all. And I feel like you're holding on to it, right? Now, that being said, you're going through, some karma from the previous cycles you're closing. That's the only way I can read this, so just bear with me. So it doesn't have to be this tsunami of pain. I feel like you've already been through a lot of that. I feel like you gave 100% of your heart to somebody and it came back null and void, return to sender. I feel like this person may have played you And maybe I feel like this is a narcissist that you're getting over, and this person had a lot of abuse, verbal, possibly physical. I mean, I'm just going to read it as I feel it. I don't even need to look at really the cards, but I'm going to. For your validation, I feel like whatever you went through, horrific. It was horrific. Necessary, but horrific. Necessary because you keep finding these people. I always say if you want to go for walleye, quit fishing in the trout pond. That's kind of what you've been doing. And again, I'm weird. I'm from South Dakota, so I use a lot of these analogies. But when you're even fly fishing, right? You keep going to the same places and ending up in the same situations because you choose the same spirit, even though they're in a different skin suit, right? They look different, have a different name, but they kind of turn out flat, shallow, superficial. You end up carrying the luggage, the spiritual luggage, the emotional baggage. You are constantly there for everybody but you. And that's the vibe I get, is you are running into the burning building, saving people, and then you end up getting lung cancer because you were in the building and nobody comes to help you during your time of need. That's the feeling, is like, oh my God, it's sorry to be so. That's the karmic feeling I have, is you've done, no good deed goes unpunished kind of vibe. And on the flip side is I feel like you put your best foot forward in this last relationship and you may have ended up getting burned. Now, handful of you, it was necessary. You're saying goodbye to the runner-chaser dynamic. It's a little bittersweet. This is a little out of your element. I feel like whoever I'm reading for has a history of proving their love for another person by fighting for them, arguing, like competition, constant competition. How exhausting is that? And you're under this enormous amount of stress, financially, emotionally, to prove your worth and yourself to other people. Well, first of all, I'm not even done with the first two cards, but I'm already angry a little bit about this because I feel like you were brought up to think that way, kind of. And so when you're presenting your best foot forward and giving 100% of yourself, it's not enough for these effers. You might just want to walk away. Stop right there, because your best isn't good enough. Then you need to go. You got the wrong people. You're fishing in the trout pond when you really want the walleye. It would definitely, like, somebody's gonna love you. I feel like I keep hearing somebody's gonna love me. Sometimes I'm gonna find the love of my life. Like, you've manifested this, and I'm hearing like the love of your life should mirror you, should match you, if you love you, they're gonna love you. Like, there's no beef here. There's no anger. There's no animosity. There's nothing messing with you because you're not messing with them. It's gonna match your energy. I have the Magician in the reverse. So again, the Magician in the reverse is feeling insecure, feeling lack, right? The runner-chaser dynamic with the Magician. And the Magician in the upright can make something out of nothing, out of thin air, and they have all the gifts they need to be successful in whatever they want to manifest. In the reverse is lack. I can't do anything. I don't have the tools. I don't have the skills. And that's how I feel. Either you, Cancer, or your person, that was the barrier to the success of, I think, every relationship. Is there's somebody bought a lie that they weren't good enough in every single relationship, and they started the relationship thinking I have to prove myself. They never could get off the ground because you're constantly fighting to prove yourself for somebody. And I feel like they've already liked you. They liked you from the start. Okay, next is your peace. Sorry about the noise in here. And then we have the 10 of Pentacles. So peace, and nothing is gonna mess with you. I feel like you found some peace and you are looking forward to working with the divine on this creation that you're working on. You're going after your bag and nothing's gonna disturb your peace. Right now you're focusing on money. I feel like this last cycle bit you hard, and it was like you invested in the wrong thing financially as well, and it got heavy for you. I think this narcissist may have had some bills. You might have found out that they lied, but I feel like whatever you're trying to manifest is, you just need to be patient for, because it is on its way. It's already, like, it's en route. Like, I see the knights already all over this right now. They'll be back as you're anticipating this person. I feel like it's an Aquarius. It could be dealing with a Gemini, an Aries, a Taurus, possibly a Virgo or Libra. Yeah, that's it, pretty much, Cancer. Yeah, I think that's it. If I've missed anybody, I'm sorry. Maybe a cap. I don't know. I think that's closed out. I feel like it's closed out. I have that. They'll be back. So whoever you're thinking of that you walked away from is going to come after you because you're on an elevation. I feel like when you close this cycle, the Wheel of Fortune came in, but you also have to deal with the heartache of this loss. I feel like you have to sacrifice this relationship, but the reality is you're not really sacrificing anything other than more pain and misery, because they're going to constantly put you in a competitive cycle for you to compete for their love. And that's the runner chaser dynamic, right? That's kind of what you're breaking. That's the cycle you broke. Yeah, you're sitting in a place of hope. I don't think you've had hope for a long time, Cancer. I feel like you've been sitting in a place of it doesn't matter what I do or like how much energy I put in. It's pretty much going to turn out the way it's supposed to turn out, and it's going to be the same situation with the next person and the same person and the next person. That's the vibe. You're finally in a space. I don't know what happened in your isolation, but I feel like you and the divine got this worked out, and I feel like you heard somebody say, whatever is for you won't pass you by, and that you actually trust that that's true, and that somebody's going to come with their best foot forward to offer you their cup. And it's like better than you've ever had ever in your life. You're sitting in this waiting space. Center your spread. This is your current energy. Judgment in the reverse. I feel like also if it's you or somebody else, somebody's not willing to make the change necessary. They don't want to make a judgment call. They want to continue the cycle with you. So you might have a hanger on to your energy that is like either you're afraid to get out of this relationship, but you know it's not good, or they're afraid to let you go because you pay the bills that you bring, or vice versa. Whatever it is, there's such a codependency. I always say 2 tick, no dog. You're like, there's no host. You're just sucking the life out of each other. You're just sharing the same blood source. That's kind of the same vibe. You say you're sharing the same energy source. So both of you can't have a bad day at the same time, because if you walk in with a bad day, it's their job to make you feel good, and vice versa. So it's like neither of you could. It was the job of the other person to make the other one balanced. That's codependency. That's what's going on here. And judgment in the reverse is not wanting to let that go because you don't know anything better, but it's also fear. So Cancer, if this is you, that's what you're going through with Mercury retrograde, is you're going to repeat the cycle. You're gonna, and I feel like you're gonna also get a lot of knocks on the door from your past partners that you haven't closed cycles from, and you're gonna have to complete those to move on to the next cycle. With the newfound sense, you might already have started this relationship, a brand new one online, could be with a Sagittarius. Or that could be a past person, could be a Pisces as well. I feel like those two, the major energies coming forward for your future. I see colors, so like blue, teal. So they might be near the water. They might be across the sea, something like that. I feel like you're going to feel like you're in a state of confusion with the Lovers. I have the confusion of the Lovers and the health. So I feel like this person, if you're dealing with a person, you're going to be struggling a little bit with maybe some information you're going to receive. This is kind of like somebody's going to email you or write you a letter based on either your health or something was holding back, but this could be sexually in nature. Hey, heads up, I think you need to go see a doctor from a previous person, the retrograde. That's going to create some confusion. I kind of feel that could be pregnancy or a pregnancy scare. I also feel like this has kind of got the karma flag, like almost like the white flag flying, because I feel like you're going to be uncle. Man, I can't take one more second in this nonsensical stage I'm in. I feel like you're full of stress, and there's a lot of secrets hidden from you. And if this is you, I feel like there's a Cancer out there that I'm reading for. I feel like your family and friends have held back information from you that they knew, and it was unforgivable. That's the feeling. And like you're isolating due to hurt, pain, disappointment, frustration. On the flip side, I feel like you are walking into the best chapter of your life because you have separated yourself, family, friend, lover, don't care, from toxicity. And as a result, it's kind of like you can treat the cancer. It's like right when I started this reading and you ran into the building, remember that, to save everybody? And this is the repercussion. I feel even though you did the best you try to do your best here, I feel like you're the nice guy or nice girl or the sweet one or kind and considerate and giving and, beautiful and handsome and whatever. And they could take advantage of that. That's this tribe. Whoever this tribe is, and I feel like you've detached, you locked them away and you're not going back. Nobody can disturb your peace and you're not letting go. As a result, I feel like you're entering the best chapter of your ever-loving life. I think you're gonna end up with money, possible relocation in the next 6-8 months. Opportunities abound. And I also get the sense that, you're gonna have spiritual awakenings left and right. You're gonna get ideas. I feel like you're walking into the best chapter because you're finding who you are and you're not listening to anybody give you any advice about who you should date, what you should wear, what decision you should make, where you should invest. You're taking care of yourself. For the first time, you're putting yourself first, like fully first. I'm very excited for you. I do feel a little melancholy, like you're leaving some people you love in the past chapter. King of Swords. You are having a strategy about moving forward and taking your best self with, and the King of Swords is coming forward. If it's you, I feel like this is the chapter you're walking into as a divine masculine, is that you are walking into this chapter with truth and light. The moon is hidden talents, I feel. It's not just hidden secrets from the past coming forward. I feel people are going to confess their love to you. I had the Three of Swords come out. They might share with you that they've been in a relationship. You might be dealing with a narcissistic liar currently. I don't think anything they're sharing with you, though, you didn't know. I kind of get maybe one tidbit of info may shock you, but I feel like a lot of this information you kind of already knew, Cancer. You intuitively know. You spend time in isolation and meditation on purpose to test your theory. I have the Devil in the reverse. You're letting go of toxicity and codependency. You're putting, like I said, you're putting your best self first. Bottom is I have Ace of Cups. What did I just say? I feel like you're gonna meet, like I said, a Sagira, Pisces, could be an Aries, brand new. I don't think you know this person before. Several of you may come back to a past person. It's the Empress with the Princess. It's the pre-Empress, the Queen of Pentacles. So it could be an earth sign. It also could be somebody stable, secure, doesn't need anybody, very independent, very secure. They fulfill your wishes, Cancer. It doesn't matter about the gender. It's somebody that's taking care of themselves. The Empress is just, they embody the creator. They're very capable. They're very capable. Best way to put it. They're very capable of everything. Being a friend, being a parent, being a really great employee, employer. They can manage stress. They take care of themselves. They are the pre-Empress. The pre-Empress and the Empress is, I don't know how many cards you get like that. Bottom of the deck is I have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. You may want to go back and repeat a different cycle that you walked away from. Cancer, you might explore this. It's the infinity symbol. That's my favorite. And it's the Two of Pentacles. So this hot, cold, in, out, wishy-washy, it's in the reverse. So somebody, could be you, making a final decision on a past relationship that never got off the ground with the Ace of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. And then just for fun, Strength in the reverse. Currently, Cancer, either your person or you are going through a space of feeling weak, insecure, not enough. Still dealing with this garbage in the front. But I feel like, and if you are dealing with the cycles, that's fair. Some people want to repeat a cycle because they want another shot at getting it right. That's a lot of it. Like this thing was interrupted. And if you do go back to a past person, it got interrupted by a third party. Somebody got lied to. And they bought the lie. They totally bought the lie by this narcissist. I don't know what that's about. And I feel like they got stuck in a situation a little too long. and they need to complete this before they come back to you, or vice versa. And that this, you want to try it again with whoever this was. They never got off the ground. And again, Princess of Swords, Queen of Swords. So you anticipate, Cancer, this conversation, and whether it be with you or by you, it doesn't matter. I just read energy. So the Queen of Swords is my mafia queen. Come at me, but come correct, or don't come at all, and we can have a lovely conversation. I think the Queen of Swords, along with the Empress and pre-Empress, is one stable person. Very strong, they're on their game, and they'll be willing to have any kind of conversation with anybody as long as it's honest. And I feel like I gotta be straight with you. I feel like you're gonna get a confession somewhere, I think early of the month, maybe the first week, second at the latest, that somebody's gonna come forward and tell you that they love you, but they didn't anticipate it. Yeah, there they are. They're already in their chariot coming over. And I feel like they're super stressed. You're gonna have to use your intuition on this, Cancer. Several of you, this past person that is going to reach out to you, are looking for a handout, a step up, a come up, a financial backing. They've lost, they're running out of people to use or have. That's a handful. Could be the narcissist knocking on your door. This is a test, I feel. I feel like you left a lot of this behind in the last cycle, and I don't know if you really want to entertain this, take this luggage with you in the next cycle. Several of you, I think, are going to leave it in the past. But I think that the closure is what you wanted. Somebody ghosted you. They didn't give you their props. They didn't give you kudos. They didn't give you love. They didn't give you anything. They just fucking walked out the door and left you. And you're like, wait a minute, what happened? Or you did to somebody else. You just packed up your crap and left. And I feel like it's because you're done. They're done. Whoever, but there wasn't closure. So I feel like that's the issue. The health card has come out several times for you, and I'm going to clarify real quick. Tell me about the health card. Just hang tight. I feel like it's mid-month. 10 of Cups and the health card with the 8 of Cups in the reverse. It is a past person coming and telling you that maybe their heart's broken, maybe they're sick. The 2 of Cups in the reverse. Never. I don't think they're revisiting you I think they just want to tell you amends. This 2 of Cups in the reverse is they're not expecting anything from this. And the 5 of Pentacles, they feel left out in the cold, and there's an apology somewhere in here, and it's sincere. This is a sincere apology, but I don't think that either you're not entertaining the 2 of Cups or they're not. I feel definitely, I think it's you, Cancer, not entertaining this, but they're on the way. I think this is going to give you the closure you needed for that self-esteem piece. And I have the Fool in the reverse. Yeah, not taking a leap, not moving forward. This is not something that you want to pursue. I feel like you're going to go into your next chapter alone. You might have partners in the wings. Like, you can definitely introduce a character throughout the chapter, but I kind of feel like you're going to meet somebody in your next chapter. The hanged woman. This is hanged woman. Love this deck. So hangman, hanged women is a space of meditation and prayer, and you're looking at. I feel like you're manifesting. You're trying to manifest your best life. So it's like Jim Carrey writing the check to himself when he was homeless, and he put it in his wallet, and he's like, I'm gonna make $1 million in the next 5 years or 3 years or whatever it is. And about a week before that, or a month before that cycle hit, that expiration on that check hit, he got Dumb and Dumber for $1 million. And I think he forgot about the check, and he just put it in the universe, and he's lived his whole life this way. I feel like that's what you're doing. Now, that being said, this is just keeps screaming at me. If you're trying to manifest and you're spending a lot of time meditating, right? The infinity symbol, infinite love, infinite financial blessings, that sort of thing. You do have to take action. You have to get up at some point and actually move towards this. You leave the results up to the universe, but I do feel like you have to put the work in, and you need to be patient for whatever you're manifesting to come to fruition. And it goes back to trust, right? Trusting the universe. Spirit, tell me what guidance can you give Cancer for the month of October? Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. That's not investing. That's not investing in relationships that were toxic to try to get validation. They're walking away from things that you like. Invest in you. Eight of Pentacles, right? Lastly, I have King of Cups. And again, it's in the reverse. And I'd be very careful about, you know, the King of Cups is somebody who's emotionally imbalanced. So the King of Cups is usually in the upright, has complete power over their feelings. They're very much in control. And this is somebody who might be a little emotionally out of control, imbalanced, up and down. I almost get the sense, if they don't know it, you might be dealing with somebody who maybe has a mental illness that is I'm going to say it. This is, especially I have worked in the industry, so I feel like this has got borderline personality, bipolar. I'm not a therapist, nothing like that, but that's the feeling I get. So one day they're hot and love you and you're the best thing since sliced bread, and the next day they're all over the map. They're angry at you, they're ghosting you, they're cussing you out. So I'm hearing Spirit tell you, don't invest in somebody who has that type of energy if they haven't sought assistance to deal with anything like professionally, because you're gonna get more of the same. Death in the reverse. So I feel like, again, more of the same. So that's what the card means. Death in the reverse is continuation of a cycle. It's not recovery. It's you're trying to get through recovery. Somebody's trying to come back. And then I have the Ace of Swords again in the reverse. This is an upright deck, y'all. So Ace of Swords in the reverse is somebody spying on you. So be very careful. I kind of get strong Gemini. Yeah. Sag, Gemini, a little bit of Aries. Pisces are future. Cancer's future. Scorpio past. Capricorn past. Taurus past. You're dealing with a lot. I don't know if these are family, friends, cousins, sister, brother, whatever, grandmother, but Taurus is also hanging out. So some of these energies are things you need closure with to move forward. That's part of the karma, I feel. And some of it is taking this relationship that you have with yourself to the next level and knowing your worth and just moving forward with those things that feed your growth. This is huge. So, and several, like I said, several are unwilling to do the work. They're stuck in the cycle and they want to remain in the cycle. So Cancer, you're going to have to discern if this person that's coming back really is genuinely changed or not. And that's okay. That's okay. We all are given free will, right? So that is your read. I do want to leave you with a meditation for October. This is for Cancer. Tell me about. And Cancers are always longer. I'm sorry, because I'm a Cancer. And I want all the deets. Misery is like an elevator. I can get off anytime. I just said something like this in a reading 2 days ago, swear. So one of the things I read, and it just came to me, and this could apply to you, is if you just closed out a horrific, painful chapter in your life and you sat in a space of isolation, introspective work, counseling, journaling, all of that, right? Even if it was started in self-pity, I think it ended up in a place where you were actually getting some deets, some downloads. Last thing is you got off that elevator on a higher floor, and I think you just decided, I'm never going to go back down to that floor again. It's a floor I never need to revisit. That's this energy. You can choose whatever floor you want to get off on, but anytime you want to. So this is it's just a meditation deck. I love it though. It is motivation meditation cards right there. So if you, like I said, if you feel like this is your vibe, Cancer, feel free to subscribe, hit that notification bell. And if you'd like to schedule some personal time with me, go ahead in the DM box below. There's a link to click and schedule our time together. And until next time, Cancer, love and light. Take care.